the field will work into the hands of Mini Tyrell and Landon Lewis. Honorary starter Brantley Foster ready to get us started here. Sit back and enjoy this one from South Boston. And it was close at the line. Landon Lewis may have just gotten a nose ahead of Mini Tyrell to start this race, and it's going to be enough to lead the opening lap here at South Boston tonight.
I don't know if it's the width of the racetrack, but sensation of speed throughout this pack is so visible, especially under the lights here at South Boston. Contact there for third. McCumbee up into Doug Barnes as Tyrell looks for the lead.
And what we were just talking about, that you can see these cars sparking here at South Boston Speedway. Chad McCumbee did just that, moved up the track in 3 and 4, but Mini Tyrell not giving up on the fight just yet, trying to go to the bottom side of Landon Lewis to try to get back the race lead. And Lewis not afraid at all of venturing out to the outside lane despite the drifting exhibition that we just had here at South Boston Speedway.
Draws up a little bit closer to Lewis here. They almost come together off of turn 2. Tyrell starting to reel further forward on that bottom side. Here they come off 4 with that lap traffic just up the road and a couple laps to the yellow.
Remember how important it was that Keelan was able to get a lead in a situation like this, and then he has the choice of which lane he wanted on the ensuing restart. Mini Tyrell, I'm sure, has the same thought in mind right now. If he can try and find a way around Landon Lewis, just don't know if he's gonna have the time to do it. There's Kitzmiller about half a straightaway ahead. Looks like he's gonna be able to stay on the lead lap. All 27 cars running on the lead lap through the first 40 some odd laps of this one. That tells you how close and competitive that this field is tonight, but this is Mini Tyrell's last chance for that competition caution.
Lewis gets the jump again off turn 2. It's going to be at the conclusion of this lap that we should see the yellow, and here comes Tyrell with a big slide off of 4 as the caution flag flies.
And back underway here at South Boston, and not a bad restart on the inside for Mini Tyrell. Chad McCumbee also looking to make it 3 wide for just a moment, but it's all Landon Lewis off of 2.
3 wide further back behind him. Connor Jones, Brandon Lopez having a bit of a push and shove moment. They survive. McKee to the flat in the battle for 4th. And the points leader, or should I say second in points, Connor Hall, just about trapped to the top lane of this 3 wide fight, and he lifts off turn 2.
That was a move that it was a tough decision for Connor Hall. He wanted to stay above the right rear quarter of Chad McCumbee, but I think he thought better of it. We need to live to see another lap as he was trying to rip the top side right now. Smoke out of so many of these race cars on these low air pressures after this restart. McKee trapped on the bottom. Connor Hall still trying to see if there's a way to get around Chad McCumbee, but no such avenue exists right now.
As Tyrell tries the inside again, and Landon Lewis is not letting him pass. Here comes Tyrell with a bit of muscle. They're sideways off the corner.
He tried to gas it up and throw a slider at Lewis, and he's throwing another one here in 3 and 4. Lewis is obliging to go as high as possible to try to miss the contact. Mini stuffs it in a 1 and 2. Contact made. Lewis into the marbles, and Mini Tyrell takes the lead as Lewis will lose 2 positions out of the skirmish.
Let's not forget, these are the 2 that got together at Caraway battling for the lead. And it's going to be Mini Tyrell picking up the iRacing halfway bonus that time by. Barnes trying to muscle his way to second.
Landon Lewis has to keep in mind you are fighting for a championship, and Doug Barnes trying to use that. Remember, they had a little bit of a run-in at Wake County a little bit earlier this year as well. So Doug Barnes trying to, I guess, learn a thing or two from what he saw out of Mini Tyrell, but Tristan McKee is also right there to try to make some moves.
Now to the inside of Doug Barnes Jr. This is for the fight for 3rd. Also getting a good run here off turn 2. McKee's not done yet, looking for 2nd on Lewis as he goes to 3.
Lewis has some pretty incredible trust in that race car as he loses a spot here to Tristan McKee. Doug Barnes also starting to get a run here. We're hearing just some rumblings and some reports from the pit area that Lewis may be worried about one of the tires that may start to feel like it's going down here. Now, again, there's a little bit of a competition caution that may save him or give him some reprieve here in the next couple of laps if they can get to that point. But right now, that is the concern, or at least what they are saying on the radio, is that Lewis feels like he may have a tire going down.
Right now he's fallen back to third, in danger of losing more spots as Doug Barnes Jr. continues to work the bottom side of the 29 car into turn 3. In the battle for fifth, Hall with a good run off turn 2, door to door. These are the two fighting for the championship with 3 races to go. Hall to the inside, Lewis to the outside, and it gets close off 4, they touch.
It was 1 point coming into this race. Lewis made up one of those, or added 1 point to his lead through qualifying, and also added a lap-led bonus earlier in this race. So despite the fact that Connor Hall makes up the position, it would still be Lewis with the advantage, but if Strauss can get by, they might be tied, as now we have a battle for the lead. Tristan McKee has caught up to Mini Tyrell, who unfortunately for him has caught some lap traffic.
And unfortunately for Tyrell, we're still about 4 laps away from what would be the next comp yellow. Isaac Kitzmiller in his late model stock debut serves as the pick, and Tristan McKee goes to the point. And an update on Landon Lewis, who has fallen back to 7th. In fact, back to 8th as the caution flies. The team is convinced that there is a tire going down on the 29 car of Landon Lewis. The caution comes as he has fallen to 7th, and he ducks right to the pit area.
And again, that competition caution coming at an opportune time that the tire doesn't have to go all the way down and they have to pit under green. But for Lewis now, he takes the opportunity. He's going to have to go all the way to the tail end of the field along with everybody else that pits under this caution flag. And big implications for the championship going on here, James Pike. And that's exactly what Mini Tyrell wanted, to try to keep a nose to the right rear quarter panel of Tristan McKee, who is able to clear in turns 3 and 4. Honeycutt also trying to get up in front of Doug Barnes Jr., and he does.
Now Honeycutt with a fender to the bottom side of Mini Tyrell in the battle for second. Doug Barnes and Strauss, the 2 Rookie of the Year combatants, having a go of it there for 4th position. Honeycutt switches up to the top line to try to get around Tyrell. Big run coming here off 4.
Oh, a huge run as Strauss is trying to play defense further on behind. Honeycutt trying to play offense to get by the 81 of Mini Tyrell.
For position for Connor Jones and more. Donovan Strauss, Parker Eatman all in the mix. Here it is. Strauss holding down 4th, caution. Got a car into the wall. Turns 3 and 4, and it's Dudley right after he came out of the pits.
As Tristan McKee launches us through the iRacing restart zone, back underway. And Mini Tyrell, a much better restart as they head off of turn 2. Door to door, neck and neck as they head down into turn number 3.
Tyrell with a slight edge going into the corner. Here comes McKee. Honeycutt way to the bottom. Tyrell to the lead by half a car length on the approach to turn 1.
Doug Barnes has also made it stick there on the outside. Can he stay there before Tristan McKee shuts the door? McKee's going to try to, but Barnes is there. Mini Tyrell back to the race lead. Doug Barnes Jr., Air Doug, looking to jump up to the top side and make some hay up there.
And Honeycutt also into the backside of McKee there on the approach to turn 1. Everybody starting to make a little more contact on corner exit, including the battle for 3rd, while McKee's back inside for the lead.
McKee looking for his first win. Mini Tyrell looking for win number 4 on this season.
Oh, they touch. That's a lot of contact. They're still bouncing off each other off turn 2.
They hang on to it, but look at Caden Honeycutt. Huge run. He's made up about half a second in just that corner alone. More contact.
Oh, they're hitting going into the corner.
McKee uses up Tyrell. He takes the race lead, but is Mini Tyrell going to take exception to that?
Oh, yeah.
And he takes him out. McKee spins. Caution is out.
Tyrell had had enough, and Landon Huffman piles in with a couple of other cars behind him. Boy, the gloves were off between the 7 and 81 cars, and it came to an ugly head as McKee gets turned out of the lead.
Caden Honeycutt, Connor Jones at the front of the field, under 15 to go from Sobo.
Jones washing up the track. Honeycutt cements the lead. Barnes just about runs out of room. Connor Jones holds second. Honeycutt out in front. Here they come off turn 4.
And Jones will slide up in front of Doug Barnes Jr. Parker Eatman up into the air, hard into the outside wall. Huffman and Lopez pile in, and Connor Hall is involved as well.
Hall's car with significant damage underneath of Doug Barnes Jr.'s car after Eatman went skyward, landed towards turn 1, and went head-on into the outside wall.
Happens and starts off of turn number 4, and my goodness, what a ride for Parker Eatman.
Then the head-on shot to the outside wall. You see Ryan Millington collect some damage as well, and I'm not sure how we didn't involve more cars, but we'll see it again. This is the battle for second. Jones, the first car to go sideways, and then it's Eatman up over the left front of Doug Barnes Jr., and thankfully the car settled just about as it cleared the inside wall. Unfortunate for Barnes, though, it collected him. And for Connor Hall, the epitome of wrong place, wrong time. But the good news is all drivers were able to climb from the car and walk away from the scene, as Connor Hall is still assessing the damage on his vehicle.
So 13 laps to go, back underway from South Boston. Kitzmiller ducks out of line, but everything's A-OK. They're almost 3 wide for second. Connor Jones trying to make up a spot on Donovan Strauss, who's a little bit slow off the jump. Jones up to second.
Jones has had a bit of a rocket ship all night long. Does he have anything for Honeycutt with now 12 to go? Carson Lofton looking to the middle on Strauss. They touch off turn 2.
That was close. Burrow and Lofton lead on each other out at turn number 2 as well. Strauss trying to hold the middle line. That car not working to his liking here. He's got a little bit of damage on the right rear quarter panel of his car, so he's just going to try to hang on here through the final 12 laps. Meanwhile, Landon Lewis, can he make up all of these positions to try to get by Chase Burrow?
Strauss again up the track. Here comes Diaz to the bottom. Ronnie Bassett Jr. in tow. Lewis alongside of Burrow to get back to fourth. A remarkable charge as the gaggle of cars continue to rage war behind them.
Unbelievable effort for Landon Lewis. It's going to show fourth on the box score, but it is not going to tell the story of what this team has overcome to be in this position right now. 4 wide. Burrow checks up, and they keep it going straight somehow. Kane Brown also in the mix as Diaz, Bassett lean on each other. 2 laps to go.
May not be done yet. All that Honeycutt wants to do is see the checkered flag. If we can stay under green, this fight inside the top 10 is going to go all the way down to the wire. While off of turn number 4, Caden Honeycutt to the white flag.
He sports 2, car links over Connor Jones, white flag as they're wrecking on the front straightaway. Ronnie Bassett Jr. hard into the wall.
Oh, Lopez up on top of Brandon Pierce as the caution flag flies before the checkers.
And that is not going to be the checkered flag that Caden Honeycutt will receive.
And that could be more cars that Connor Hall gets through, but he got damage as well. Hall back to the pit lane. They're 0-4 and 4. They touch there coming off the corner. I think Bassett tried to squeeze through the middle. They make contact, and watch the 6. Whoa! Right into the driver's door of Brandon Pierce, collecting Deke McCaskill.
Carson Lofton, a rookie, looking for his first win. Caden Honeycutt looking for his first win in 3 years. Who gets back here first? Through the iRacing restart zone. Green flag is out. Back underway. 2 to go.
Honeycutt clear to the lead. Lofton trying to get back there off of turn 2. Here's Jones with the big run. On the top side looking for a shot as they're going to cover out of the white flag. Jones way up high trying to chase the lead. 1 to go.
He'll build some momentum, but Connor Jones up into second. 1 lap left here in South Boston. Here comes Connor Jones looking to the middle. 3 wide as they go down the back straightaway for the final time. Jones to the high side, but it's not going to be enough. Caden Honeycutt is going to come across the line and win at South Boston.